OldGuyTalks.com is all about being a better man. Join me on this kick-ass journey. Exclusive stuff for members only in the Old Guy Cave. Opt in now. This is Oris, the old guy from www.oldguytalks.com, coming at you with his rant today. First, I need to report to you that I have four, and I'm going to shoot one over here, 4 NSA compliant Samsung TVs in my house. That's right, folks. We got 4 of them, and I hope the NSA is not listening to what I'm doing in my house. We have a pretty boring life, so I pity the soul that have to be watching what I'm doing. Job numbers came in at almost 240,000 for the month of February. Higher, much higher than anticipated, folks. And it looks to continue. Hopefully it will continue and growing the GDP. Now the Obamacrats, the holdover bureaucrats that are still in these agencies, certainly want to rain on this parade. And what they did was they said that it was because of the weather. The mild weather was the cause for this jump in the numbers. Now, I don't believe it. They've used this weather excuse before in the past. When Obama had poor numbers, they said it was the cold weather. And unfortunately for them, the low numbers occurred mostly in the South, where the weather wasn't such a factor. So I think this weather stuff is pretty nonsense, things like that. But so more bad news for Chucky, Chezzy, Schumer and his group, Nancy Pelosi and the DemoLoons. Bloomberg reported consumer confidence is at a 10-year high. That's right, folks. Higher than it has been for over a decade. And I'm certainly feeling it. I'm seeing it. I'm feeling it in my business, where we deal a lot with discretionary money. And I'm seeing people are feeling more confident in spending and feeling better about themselves, the country, and the future. That's right, feeling better about the future. Now, speaking about the future in the past, Trump derangement syndrome is still alive and well on our college campuses. That's right, folks, Trump derangement syndrome. Son of failed vice president candidate Tim Kaine was arrested and in a violent anti-Trump protest, this is probably has to do a little bit with Loretta Lynch, former Attorney General, talked about blood in the streets, death, basically calling out people to get into violent protests. Can you imagine if a Republican said that? Where is the outrage? Where is the outrage from the media? There isn't any. And also a young Berkeley student was arrested. Finally, something's happening on our college campuses for destroying Republican signs on campus. That's right, at Berkeley. And so finally, people are starting to get serious about protecting people's freedom of speech. Makes you wonder, where were the police when the Milo riots occurred in Berkeley about a month ago? And again, more about Trump derangement syndrome at our university campuses. At the University of Michigan, student Haley Bass said she was attacked by a Trump supporter, that's right, and had her face slashed. Slashed was the word she used. Like many of these alleged attacks, turns out this one is false too. Upon further questioning by the police, she admitted that she had scratched her face. It wasn't slashed, it was scratched with a pin. Different story. And, it turns out the snowflake was lying and filed a false police report, which itself is a crime. That's right. And she obviously has a lawyer now, and they're trying to work this out. Good news for Haley is that you can get college credit in prison. That's right, you can get college credit in prison. Not only can you get your GED, but get college credit. Some people have actually even gotten their law degree while in prison. On the good news regarding college campuses, Santa Clara University administration reversed a ruling by the student council. They refused to allow a conservative or student organization come on campus. And being sane people that they are, the administration said, no. We kind of allow diversity of thought. And this organization is allowed to be on our campus. So, moving on to the President of the United States, Donald Trump, and his charm offensive. Folks, the guy's just masterful. Unlike Obama, the president is actually engaging members of Congress in the legislative process and healthcare and some other things. And we've got to support Rand Paul and Senator Cotton on making sure that we get a true repeal of Obamacare, not something that's kind of a makeover, because it's not a makeover. But so what is the president doing in his charm offensive? Well, he's inviting people like the Cruz family. Senator Ted Cruz, his wife Heidi, and their 2 kids had dinner with the president. I think they did some bowling, and apparently the things that happened at the RNC convention are behind them. And that's good. They're working together for the American people and moving the president's agenda forward. It's always good when Keith Olbermann doesn't like something. I always know that I'm on the right side of things and he got all upset that the Cruz family was at the White House. Sent out some nasty tweets. He's a nasty guy. I don't know why he's still on TV. Who watches him? Who wants to watch him? So Rand Paul's in the mix. He's again working really hard to repeal Obamacare and not to get Obamacare light version. That seems to be what Speaker Ryan wants to do. And even the cranky, one of the original 2 cranky old men, Lindsey Graham, John McCain, Lindsey Graham had lunch with the president, tweeted out a very funny tweet afterwards that he even gave the president his new cell number. So we know what that's all about. Seems that the bowling at the White House is the hottest ticket right now in Washington, D.C. Attorney General Sessions was on the Hugh Hewitt show a few days ago, and he was asked if he's going to appoint a special prosecutor. Sessions said that he was going to go through the internal process, which in my mind is not going to go anywhere. We have too many retained Obamacrats in the Justice Department, and they're not going to really look into what's been happening and what has been happening with the politicization of the Justice Department. And so I think a special prosecutor is in order to look at, among other things, Fast and Furious, the IRS. Yes, the IRS, I think, is probably one of the most important things that a special prosecutor should be assigned to look at, because that was incredible abuse of power, using a federal agency to intimidate opposing political viewpoints. We need a special prosecutor. I'm going to encourage all of you to contact Attorney General Sessions at the Justice Department and encourage him to appoint a special prosecutor to look especially at the IRS thing. So folks, that's all I got for you today. This is Oris the Old Guy from www.oldguytalks.com signing off. Remember, create a kick-ass life. Opt in and encourage other old guy assholes like you to opt in also.